Hey, Eli here, kicking off 2025 with a new desk video. This is desk 2.0. We're going to take it to desk 2.5, 2.8. I don't know. It's going to be better. This desk here has been awesome. I've had it for 7 years. I originally built my first standing desk, 1.0. It was just steel welded up, and it was always standing, didn't go up and down. 7 years ago, I had this leftover top. So I ordered this base that would support 350 pounds, and this desk itself is 150. So it's been amazing. Only thing is it's been a little wobbly because it is 2 legs. And so today we're going to put the FlexiSpot E7 Plus under it. The E7 Plus has collision detection. And the reason that I have purchased this E7 Plus is because last week in 2024, I was lowering my desk and there was a bar stool that was left under here by me. It's my fault. Just negligence. I move this desk around all the time in the studio. When I have clients come in to do headshots, they sit in the bar stool. I move this desk to the side, I move it back, and then, it happened. They got stuck under, and on the shelf that I built down here below for my hard drives, this bar stool caught the edge of it, and I was standing right here. Fortunately, I didn't walk away. If I'd walked away, everything would have tipped over and would have smashed my monitors, and yeah, it would have been a fun insurance claim. But anyway, I grabbed on to the desk and held on for dear life, and I realized what was going on. I couldn't get to the buttons or get to what was under it, didn't know what was under it, and the desk lurched forward, and it landed on its legs down there and bent the leg up. So now my desk is kind of tweaked. So I was like more relieved than anything, then also just kind of bummed that I broke my desk, but then I was like, well, I should probably buy a new one, and I always wanted 4 legs, but every time I looked, 4-legged desks that went up and down, that supported this type of weight, were like $1,200. And I was like, man, I don't want to spend $1,200 right off the bat in the beginning of the year on a desk. So I did some research. FlexiSpot had 2 types of 4-legged desks, and the E7 Plus is what I landed on. It goes a little lower, and they also sell casters, so I can move it around again. I won't have to customize it like I did this one and drill holes, and which is fine. I did that. There was no problem. But I went for the E7 Plus because it goes a little lower because it's 3-piece legs instead of 2-piece legs like this one. So with casters, I'm able to get low enough to sit in just a regular chair. So anyway, yeah, about this desk, it's been awesome. It's very heavy, it's very big. It has kind of converted into or become my YouTube shooting station for the Photographer Guy, which you're watching now, and for Oregon Gear Guy, my outdoor channel. I review products right here. So my goal is to kind of convert this into a full-time studio. It's going to go in the back with the new legs, and then we are going to add on some cameras at some point, just some mounts just to keep it full-time ready to go. The shelf below has been awesome. It keeps kind of the cables out of my sight. It's hard to hide cables, but if I don't see them, it's great. And then I have 2 RAID drives down there. One's up here right now getting worked on through a warranty through LaCie. So I have an OWC drive that's down there, and then that is backed up to the LaCie drive. And then I have 2 other backups for my personal and work from those RAID drives. And then I have 2 archive drives, one for 2024, one for 2023 that I offload to. And I'll get one for 2025 this year. Every 6 months or so, after 6 months of being delivered, I put those files on those hard drives. And then I have a nice big hard drive to back up my time machine. So anyway, enough about that. This desk has been amazing. I've added a little drawer to the front. It's very simple and basic and just holds a little bit of things that I need. But yeah, it's been wonderful. It's a good workstation. I spend tons of time here. And so let's build a desk. I'm not going to bore you through the process of me building it, but I'm going to put it together, test the collision detection, and then let you know what I think of it. The casters, how they move around. That's what I'm most excited to see. And then, then I'll rebuild my desk. This desk is kind of always evolving, depending on my needs. These monitors are new, and the monitor stands are new. I got the Ergotron LX, I think it's called. I'll put the link in the description. Those are the monitors that I found that are best for supporting these large, heavy monitors, mainly the XDR Pro Display. It holds up great. You just have to tighten the top screw on the top to add tension to the spring, and then it's perfect. And then they rotate. They're really easy to use, very simple. So enough rambling. Let's get on to building the desk, and I'll see you when it's done. Okay, I've got the desk assembled. I did have to build a new shelf. I got some 2x12s, cut them up, and some L brackets, and I painted it and screwed it to the bottom of this desk. After I put it all together and assembled it, found where it would go. And so it's a little heavier than I anticipated, but this desk should be able to handle it. And since it's 4 legs, It's going to be extremely sturdy. And I've also found that these casters that it came with are super smooth and glide just like crazy. So 2 things I want to test. The first thing I want to test is the collision detection, which is the reason that I got here. It's because my other desk broke. I've got my headshot bar stool. I'm going to stick it under the desk, and you have 4 settings on this desk. You have 1, 2, stand icon and sit icon. So I've already pre-programmed these. So I'm going to go to the sit icon. Just let it lower, and we'll wait. And magic. Looks like it came up about 1.5 inches, and yeah, came up and then stopped. So that's great. I found that even just like me pushing up on it or moving the desk while it's moving or going up or down in an automated setting will just stop it. So I'm gonna take this to its lowest setting, just so she can show you how low it gets, which I think, yeah. So the lowest setting is actually perfect for me. The reason I bought this 3-piece section desk, which is the E7 Plus versus the other 4-legged desk, is because it goes, I think, 1 or 2 inches lower. And so this for me is perfect placement. My arms are out, should prevent carpal tunnel, and yeah, it's going to be awesome. So yeah, that's perfect. I also purchased this chair. I don't know what they call it. It's like $110, $120. Arms fold up. It's adjustable. Leans back a little bit. This is at its highest setting, which is perfect for me. I'm 5'10", and got one of those shorter torsos for a 5'10" guy, long arms, long legs. But yeah, so this fits me perfect. And yeah, so next thing I want to show you is the strength of this desk. This top alone weighs about 130 to 150 pounds. The shelf I built below is probably about 30 pounds, maybe more. And so I weigh in the morning 178 pounds or so, depending on the time of day. And we're going to take me up. No problem at all. Pretty sweet. So yeah, really cool. It did stop, probably was up. There we go. Yep, the touchpad is pretty touchy, so that's something to consider. And I'm going to take this to its full height so you can see it fully maxed out. Like I said, the reason I got the 3-legged section one, it was a little more, is because I wanted to make sure I get as low as I could, because I'm adding the casters, which I think add 2 inches. Yep, there we go. Pretty epic. All right, I'm gonna take that back down to the stand setting. But yeah, I'm really happy with it. Just such a good piece. I'm really excited to get it to use. And next thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put it all back together. I'm gonna put my monitors back on. Basically, I have this half set to YouTube, tutorials, top-down videos, product videos. And then on this half, this is my workstation. So monitors, computer, everything that I need to edit photos, edit videos. So I'm going to put all that back together and just kind of show you what I've got going on my workstation. Also show you a little bit about my hard drive backups and whatnot, and just kind of give you a little quick overview. If you want to stick around for that, you can. But other than that, I can't recommend this desk enough for the price. It's a pretty good deal. So yeah, if you stop here, thanks for watching. Like and subscribe if you want to see more of this stuff. There's going to be a lot of photo stuff as well. But anyway, I'm going to go put this together and stick around if you want to see that. Okay, my workstation is mostly put back together how I use it on a daily basis, whether that be editing photos or YouTube content. Most of my work pertains to a lot of commercial work, families, weddings, and engagements, a lot of work around people. Sometimes I photograph headshots and products now and again. So anyway, the basis of this station, we're going to start with power. This goes on the shelf behind. I have 2 of these, which I'll install later today. And they just have a bunch of outlets, and it's a surge protector. I use a lot of outlets. I probably use like 20, maybe something like that, between 16 and 20. It's pretty ridiculous. So my basis for this workstation is an M1 Max that I purchased in 2021, and I completely maxed it out. It's been wonderful. I just added AppleCare again because I have had it for 3 years. Works great. I've got the Magic Mouse, the old one. I wouldn't mind getting the new one. And I use the keyboard that has the same keys in the AA's as my MacBook Pro because it's just easier. Whether I'm working from this desk or in the house, this is my main station. I have the XDR Pro display. I have a studio display over here to my right. Those are on Ergotron LX. Yeah, Ergotron LX. I found those to be really strong once you dial them in with the Allen keys to suit you. So they're really great. I can move them side to side if I need to, but they're strong, and then it allows me to have my laptop below. I basically watch YouTube or anything to learn while I'm editing, if I'm editing, or I'll just answer emails down here. And then over here on the other panel, same thing, more windows. Just as many windows as I can get is great. So with those two, that's great. For hard drives, I have a bunch of old hard drives. So I'm say old. I archive every year to 2023. One of these is 2024. Let's just set these aside. So these are archives. At the end of the year, I put all of my work on these drives, and then I can access them if I need to. Here's 2023, 2024. That way I can empty my RAID drives and just move on to the next year. And then I keep them plugged in for about a year. Right now I've got them plugged in. Well, I won't keep them plugged in. I'll keep them down below. So if I need to access anything, I can. You don't want to keep these plugged in because it will wear the drives out. So plug them in as little as possible because they're moving drives and they'll last a lot longer. Next I have, let's see, that's Time Machine right here. So this drive is an 8 terabyte hard drive, backing up my 8 terabyte SSD, keeping it all backed up and safe. Then I have two other backups. So those two there, these ones are sometimes plugged in. I've got a 64 terabyte drive rated down to 48. I think that's right. Yeah, 48. So this is 48 terabyte RAID. This is a 48 terabyte dual drive RAID. This has 4 drives in it. This has 2. These have 5-year enterprise drives, so they're warranted for 5 years from the manufacturers. So this is my main working drive for anything that I need to take off my computer and access throughout the year, as well as personal stuff. All my personal work is on here from the last several years, since 2009. And then this is a carbon copy cloned backup drive, so everything gets copied to here, as well as this splits up some important work onto these 2 drives. So anything I'm working on currently uses carbon copy cloner. You just pay, I think it's like $40, and then backs up every day to this drive is personal and this drive is work. So all my personal stuff equates to about 6 or 7 terabytes, gets all backed up to here. And yeah, so everything's just always backed up. And the way I back up and plug everything in is I use OWC's Thunderbolt hubs. And so these have 4 ports on the back and a USB-A on here. They plug in because they're powered. One goes down below on the desk with all the drives, and they all plug into that. One stays up top just so I have more ports, and I love these things. They're amazing. I color code with tape all of my all my Thunderbolt cables. That way I just know it's not USB-C, it's Thunderbolt. I can grab it quickly and go. Down below, I also have this USB-C to USB-A's just to plug in 3 of these hard drives because they don't need to be fast. So these are great. I love these. I've got the loop deck that I use now and again. So this desk area would be open for YouTube, reviews, and just a clean space. And then for YouTube, I have an R5 and an R5 here. So I have a 24-70 that I'll take on and off as needed. And then I have a 40mm pancake lens that I use for top-down views. So this is my main camera and my top-down camera. I have the Sennheiser MKE 600. That's tapped into a Tascam. Let's see, X6. So you could really use any 32-bit float recorder you wanted, but that's what I ended up with. And I have these audio monitoring, Audio Technica. These are the ATH M50X. Yeah, so these are great. Plug these in, just really get a good sense of the audio. I also use AirPods, and I also use the speakers on the either of these computers. So the Studio Display does have speakers, or the MacBook, just so I can get a good sense of how loud it needs to be. Usually hit at 70% is what I use as a listening volume, and then go from there. For any voiceover tutorials, anything that I don't need to be moving around, I'll use the Rode mic because it cuts a lot of ambient sound, which is amazing. It's so nice. And then for these top-down view camera thing, I have a Magic Arm from Newer, and then this is the Terion, I think it's called. Let me see. Yeah, Terion Live Tree. It has a super sturdy mount, and it's awesome. I love it. So, and then I have a Magic Arm off the top. I probably should try and buy another arm because it's so sturdy for the top-down view. I just need to do that. So this is new, and I love it. It's really great. I think that is everything on my desk. If I missed anything, let me know. I use the OWC CF Express Type B port. It has a built-in cable, and then you can also just plug it in if you want right there if you need a longer cable. Love it. It's super great. And then also this Tascam recorder can plug straight into my monitor, which is great. That way it powers it. I don't need to put batteries on there. It's phantom power to either of these mics directly, but I do like to use the Rode USB-C mic. It's the newer one. The software in Rode software is just super easy to use. And then it goes straight into the computer, and I use that for QuickTime screen recordings. And basically most of my audio on these is either a screen recording, the Tascam, or right now, DJI Mic 2 with whatever mic they gave you with it. So I should probably get out there and get a nicer mic. And then one last thing, I did 3D print this little CF Express Type B and SD card holder, which has been slick. So hopefully this helps you out. You know, this has taken me several years to build out. Doesn't happen overnight, but if you're looking for little tips and things to grab, I do have the Rode, the old Rode, whatever arm here. I don't know what you call these things, but it's great. It works good enough. I will turn it back and forth depending on where I am on the desk. So anyway, that is the full desk build for me. I'm done, ready to go. Got to get back to work, making more videos and editing photos. So have a good one, and thank you for watching. And if you stuck it this far, sweet.